Proterra, the electric vehicle parts supplier, filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. These were some of their buses, by the way, on your screen. Now, the company is the latest to hit the brakes as the EV industry dealing with supply chain issues, slowing demand, and, money troubles. But the Biden administration once touted them, saying how much of a difference they would make.
Right now, we're running way behind China, but you guys are getting us in the game. You guys are getting us in the game. It's going to make a lot of difference. We're going to end up owning the future, I think, if we keep doing what we're doing. When you start making 1,000 buses a year, you're going to need more room for your customers, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, how about that? Some of the buses reportedly failed to stay on the road. The California-based firm cut hundreds of jobs earlier this year. Gerard, is it coincidence? We got the White House touting this company, and then ultimately they file for bankruptcy. What's going on here?
Well, overpromising and under-delivering is a theme both for companies that go into bankruptcy and when it comes to Joe Biden on the economy. He's touting a company that went under, ambitious, but ultimately rubbish. And this speaks a lot about what the economic agenda has been. He's supporting the wrong companies. And it's interesting to think how much taxpayer money is actually going into these companies.
Yeah, again, just to be clear, failed to stay on the road, meaning they did not work. They actually were not working properly and functioning the way that they should have been. So aside from demand, functionality, infrastructure, this has always really been a question. And is this administration pushing too hard, too far, too fast? And if you look at what is happening, in the outcomes, the answer would be an obvious yes. When you have a major EV parts supplier, Proterra, filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which isn't a choice to be made lightly.
It's not a choice to be made lightly. This company at its peak was valued at over $1.2 billion. It's a lot of money that's been wasted from the economy, the jobs that are affected, suppliers and producers upstream and downstream. This is a big deal. But the issue is, again, we're pushing electric energy, which is fantastic, but we're just not at that stage yet. We don't have the infrastructure. We have not repaired infrastructure for decades. And the government is looking to provide free money for a lot of companies. And the government is looking to help and choose winners, but it's not focusing on the infrastructure that we need to actually grow the economy and grow transportation infrastructure.
Yeah, traffic is bad enough, but if you get on a bus and it's not actually going to move because the bus itself fails, that's really, really disappointing. Gerard Filitti, thank you very much for joining us today. Coming up.